Hey, good morning, or is it afternoon? I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, it's the afternoon already. Can you believe it? Oh my word, the days go so quickly and they're all merging into the same, aren't they? So, how is everybody at the moment? How is everybody dealing with the lockdown? How are you coping with the isolation? If you're on your own, send me a message. I'm absolutely here, ready to have a chat with anybody that wants to have a chat. However, that's not really the reason for my live right now. It's more about the fact that quite a few of you have been watching my journey into greyhood, silverhood, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure. And I thought I would share with you some of my kind of difficulties, some of the great things, and some of the ways that you can also get through this if you choose to do so. So we're all different, of course, and look, I started going grey when I was pretty young, to be honest, and I'll just turn to the window so you can really see it coming through. But I started going grey when I was quite young. I must have taken after my mum. My mum actually had jet black hair, and that was natural jet black hair. However, at the age of about 16, she started popping out with the little whites, and then of course she continued to colour it for the rest of her life, really. But I decided that I wanted to go silver or to go grey back in, must have been September time that I decided that I would do this. Hey, hello to everybody that's on live. Do me a huge favour and let me know, because I can't see the comments coming up. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know also if you have decided to let your hair go grey. Hi, Michael. Lovely to see you. I can see little icons popping up, but I can't actually see them very well. Hey, Diane. Lovely to see you as well. So do actually just write in the comments where you're coming in from, because it's lovely to know when people come on live. You know, for those of us that do the lives, it's actually quite scary. And when people are there and you know that you've got their support as well, it really helps it a lot. Hey, Eileen. Hiya, honey. So I know Eileen's on the silver journey with me. So give us some feedback about how you're getting on with it. So, you know, it's very easy for men to transition into the whole silver, but there's so much stigma attached to us women going grey or going silver. You know, it's said to be very aging, although it looks like it's very trendy, and it has been trendy for quite some time for younger girls to allow their hair to go grey, or they're even colouring it, you know, really white, sort of platinum colour. But for me, I wanted to start going grey because we were traveling, not at the moment, obviously, but we were traveling and it was becoming quite a challenge to find good hairdressers without damaging the quality of the hair. Now, I've actually got very fine but a lot of hair. So I have to be careful with it. It can break very easily if it has like bleaches or anything like that on it. So I have to be very cautious. Oh, that's a lovely comment. Yes, I feel more distinguished and wise. That's for sure. That's for sure. But, you know, some of you will kind of fight against it, will resist the idea of going grey. Some of you have done it so easily and didn't even really think about it. But I'll tell you what, the truth is it was a real big thing for me. So when I decided to go grey was actually back in September, like I say. So again, any of you that are already on the live, please put down that you're on the live. For those of you that are on the replay, please let me know that you're coming in on the replay as well. And let me know if this is any help to you. You know, I want to share with you a few tips and tricks that I found along the way of transitioning from a very dark hair. And I do think it's a little bit harder for those of us with dark hair as well, because the transition is so much more noticeable. But I've done my hair today, and that's why I decided to come on the live, because it's looking good. And you can see, if I just actually flash it in the light, real good. This is the daylight that I'm showing you here. And you can see what I've noticed is that it went from being really white to this sort of salt and pepper look. But I'm actually really loving it and I'm enjoying it. If I tie my hair back, it looks as if I've gone completely grey. So a few things that I noticed about it is that the stigma really was my own stigma. It was my own ideas of what people, why do we really care what people think of us, for goodness sake? But that's how we've been conditioned over the years. I mean, part of my spiritual growth has been to let go a lot of that sort of nonsense. But transitioning through, I've got some ideas for you. I've got some tips. So what the time I found the worst was when I'd actually made the decision. I'd had my hair coloured around about mid-September when we were in Italy, and it was beautiful. It was actually a lovely henna that they put on it, so it was organic and it was healthy, so that was a good thing. However, I decided that when I got to that sort of 6-week stage of needing to have it coloured again, I said, I'm going to let it go and see how it goes. And when you get to that point where you see a few of the little grey, the little whites coming through, and you think to yourself, no, it's time to be coloured. Well, at that point, I decided, no, I'm not going to have it coloured. So what I decided to do was to just let it go. And then, of course, months later, we've got the whole lockdown situation. And if any of you are considering this, of course, this is the ideal time for it, because you don't have to be worried about what people are going to think, what they're going to say, their opinions. I mean, some people will want to keep colouring their hair right through to their 90s. Some will want to let it go. So here are a few tips. When it was first creeping through, that was the time at which I thought to myself, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. It really doesn't look very, very good at all. And it kind of made me feel a little bit not well presented, that I'm not taking care of myself. So what I did is I got like one of these little colouring wands. You can get them in different colours in the chemist, and you can just paint the roots. So that was quite a good way of doing it. So I just painted the roots, and no one was any the wiser, and probably I noticed it more than anybody else anyway. Okay, so that's one tip for you. So the other tip is that I find that if I don't do anything with my hair and I leave it messy, it feels like it doesn't look so good. Kind of looks tired. Maybe I look older with it. Those sorts of things. So another tip is to keep your hair nice and neat. Keep it tidy. Blow dry it. Even though we're indoors, make it look nice. You always feel nicer when your hair's done, I think. Okay, so then that's tip 2, keeping it neat. The other tip, I use a really good quality shampoo. So the quality of the new growth that's growing through is really good quality. It's very, very healthy. It's not drying out, and it's also not yellowing, although I do have another tip for that. So I'm just fussing around so that you can see it properly. Okay. I wouldn't normally touch my hair so much, but it's just for the fact that you can see it properly. Okay, so tell me in the comments below who's decided to transition into the silver, who's still just on the fence about it, thinking about it, who's actually doing home colours, which are not always the best thing to do. And if you think about it, it is actually very expensive to keep going and colouring your hair, especially if it's a 6-week job. If we've got any hairdressers on here, any tips you've got, do share with us. Okay, so here's another tip. Trim your hair frequently. Now, I'm also trying to grow my hair as well. So what I've decided to do is I'll just keep trimming a little bit off every now and again. So I'm just looking at Carolyn's comment. Looks beautiful. Thank you. I had my hair cut 1.5 inches early this year, and now it's lovely grey blonde. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See, that's the thing, is just keep trimming it up. I think that, having a good style, I've got a very good friend, Joanna, and I hope that she sees this live, or she actually sees the replay, because she'll give us some great tips. Now, I did walk into a hairdresser's recently, and I did ask them what I could do. And there was one thing that they said is that if you actually use something like Head and Shoulders. Now, It's not great for me because I like to use toxic-free shampoos, and I do use a really good quality toxic-free shampoo. But Head and Shoulders apparently strips this part of the colour out, so it kind of makes it lighter. So that might be an idea for you if that's what you wanted to do. So I'm seeing some people here. Great comments. Thanks, girls and guys as well. I mean, like I say, it's much easier for you fellas. You don't get the stigma that us girls get. So Sarah, you're still on the fence. It's going silver quite quickly. Well, look, I mean, the thing is, you know, we're all entitled to our own opinion. Some people may think this looks great. Some people may not think so. But the important thing is that I love it. And that's the most important thing. Do you love it? So go through the transition carefully and in a structured way. So like I say, you can actually just do like a hair mascara. You can get that from the chemist. They're still open. And then as it got longer, it wasn't, you know, you couldn't really use the hair mascara. But then that's when I started to embrace it more. I really, really started to enjoy it, which is a good thing. So trim it frequently. When it goes halfway grey, so I'm almost, because as you can see, you know, underneath there, I'm going towards the window so that you can really see it. Okay, look at that. So I was told that when you get to about halfway grey, which I'm about to, is to start using a purple shampoo. Now, purple shampoo apparently stops the grey from yellowing, and I think particularly for the blonde ladies, that's what can happen. Now, if you're a blonde but you're naturally dark, then that won't happen to you. But some of you blondes might go a little bit yellow. So, yeah, look, I mean, the thing with the transition is you've got to be patient with it, because, I mean, I'm very, very impatient. I want it to all be silver now, but I accept the fact that it's going to take a year to 18 months to really get there. And I'm okay with that. The thing is, though, what I have noticed is my hair is growing very, very quickly. And what I'll do is I'll prove that to you by putting down a picture of me when I had my hair cut in September, and it was kind of up here. And now you can see it's kind of down here. So it's grown really quickly. Now, I really, really believe that's due to the liquid collagen that I take, because not only has my hair grown, it's in really good condition. And just to add to it, my nails have grown. And for any of those of you that know me, you know my nails never grow. They just get short, they stay short, and they break. So you can see my nails have grown. Also, so this is a very girly live at the moment. So I hope you're enjoying it. It is an idea to transition into silver while you don't have to go out and see anyone. And if you do have to go out, you can always wear a hat. So find yourselves a good funky hat. And there you go. Doesn't even look like I'm silver at all. So especially as it's summer now in the UK, you can wear a summer hat as well. So wear a funky hat. If you really don't like it, you can put a scarf on, anything like that. So there's a few tips for you. Hey, Cherry, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Hey, Peter, lovely to see you as well. So for those of you that are dead serious, this is not a serious live. It's just a quirky little girly live, and we're talking about transitioning into silver. So those of you that have come on late, I've gone through a few tips. All right, I'll just cover those again. Please put your comments down below. Let me know if you have decided to ditch the hair colours. My advice anyway would be to ditch the hair colours. It's highly toxic. It's not very good for you. It does all sorts of, you know, nasties to your whole system. So I will let you know about the liquid collagen. Carolyn, most definitely. I actually do attribute the length of the hair, the quality of the hair, and the growth of my nails to this liquid collagen that I'm taking, which, by the way, is a unique one, and there's no other collagen like it on the market. So that wasn't the purpose of the live. I just threw that in because that's just the truth of it. Okay, so here's my tips. When you start the growth, you'll get little tiny bits of white showing. Just actually use a hair mascara. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, If it looks messy, it'll make you feel that you don't want to do it. So keep your hair nice and neat, whether that's tied back, whether that's blow dried, or, you know, whatever it is that you usually do with it. Keep it well trimmed. And by the way, if I've got any hairdressers on, I want to run a live with you, giving us some tips of how to cut our hair, just to keep it nice and neat. That would be really, really cool. Okay, so use a really good toxic-free shampoo. If you want a recommendation, I can recommend one to you. Although, if you're okay about using toxic shampoos, I have been told Head and Shoulders will actually strip this part of the colour out. So, but that's up to you. Trim your hair frequently, keep it nice and neat. When it goes half grey, use a purple shampoo to stop the yellowing. And finally, obviously, to take a really good quality liquid collagen, you just drink it down twice a day. It's improved the quality of my hair, it's sped up the growth of my hair, and it's made my nails grow as well. So if you want more information, just hit me up. Let me know. And once again, just lots of love to you all. And if any of you are on your own, please send me a message. I'm more than delighted to have a conversation, a chat. We'll get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and we'll just have a lovely chat. All right, so I hope you've all enjoyed this live. I hope that that's really helped you. So this is the silver side of Sunny. There you go. And I have got an Instagram that I've just set up as well, silver side of Sunny. So there you go. All right, lots of love to all of you. Take care. Don't be on your own. Reach out. Lots of love. Mwah. See you all soon. Take care. Bye.